Hi, thank you so much for
Hey,
having me.
hey, Paige. Thanks for joining me. Really appreciate you taking some time out of your day. I had Blake on earlier and really enjoyed what he had to say, and he gave you a shout out big time on on our interview. But tell me what you're doing, and it's amdes.org, right? What are you
Yeah.
doing inside the organization?
Yeah, so Blake and I are working together. Sorry.
No worries. It happens to me too.
Blake and I are working together to really get Amdest off the ground right now. Like he mentioned, we've been working for about 9 months.
Yeah.
And so we were formally got off the ground in July. And so now it's been a big hustle to get people involved, get the word out there about Amdest, and really solidify what we're doing.
Are you in Virginia too?
No, I'm in North Carolina.
Oh, okay, cool. What part?
I'm in Winston-Salem. I go to Wake Forest University.
Oh, wow, awesome. So, how's the hurricane by the way down there? Are people recovering from what happened?
Around me, we weren't really hit,
Yeah,
but I know it's really bad in parts like Asheville. I
yeah.
know a few of my friends have gone and done hurricane relief.
Oh, cool. Well, what's been the reaction at Wake Forest to what you're trying to do?
So, our campus is really interesting. We have an interesting dynamic here. There's we're more towards a white and wealthier school, so
Hmm.
naturally that can lean people towards conservatism. I would say our campus is more conservative than the average university campus, and
Really?
I believe it's because of that. But
Hmm.
of course, our population still tends to be pretty liberal. Um,
Well, let me.
Pushback.
I have to ask you, why do you say? Because if you're in the Northeast, a white, wealthy campus is not conservative. Is it just because of your community, or why do you think that drives conservatism at the campus? Just because where they're coming from?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny. Everyone from here is from the Northeast, and I think
Really?
what I see, I'm involved with conservative groups on campus, so I'm trying to lead a conservative push on campus. But I think
Yeah.
just in general, young people are becoming more open to conservative ideas, and I'm really seeing that on my campus.
That's really, really interesting. So, are they getting involved? Are they asking questions? I mean, what's the typical response? You go up to say somebody from New York, upstate New York or Connecticut, and you talk to them about conservatism, and are they open to it? I mean, what's the response?
Well, it definitely depends on who you talk to. I
Yeah.
know a lot of the men are obviously just more conservative in general, but a lot of the women surprisingly have been also conservative. So I
Hmm.
think there's a good there's a good community of intellectual thought
Hmm.
that where people want to be open to ideas, and even I have liberal friends who I'll talk to about conservative ideas, and I think it's really about understanding where everyone comes from because then you can have a productive conversation.
Wow, that's encouraging. So the women are actually open to it because you hear a lot that the men are, all conservative, and the women are, popping Tylenol and all this kind of stuff. So there. So
I do
how
not
are
own Tylenol. Let me be clear.
well, that's really encouraging. So what are you doing on the campus, like organizationally? Are you holding events? Are you one-on-one? I mean, how do you spread the message?
So, for American Destiny, I think something we've decided is that we are going to likely have representatives of American Destiny on campuses. I
Mhm.
know Blake had mentioned earlier that we were going to do chapters, but the idea that we're moving towards now is having one or two representatives
Ah,
because we don't want to compete with Turning Point and Young Republicans groups
right.
with their chapters on campuses. They already have the infrastructure there. We don't want to or need to compete with them. We would very much like to work with them and work with that infrastructure that is in place to get those conservative students that are involved, take them off campus, and get them actually involved in politics, volunteering on campaigns.
It, that's what Blake said. You're really focusing on the campaign involvement, correct? Not just like
Yes.
having events and talking conservatism. So how are people getting involved? Are they manning the phones? Are they spreading the word, or what are they doing?
So, what we're doing right now is we are looking for conservative students across the country who would like to be these representatives in American
Mm,
Destiny. And
I
they will
see.
have a substantial role within the company.
Mm-hmm.
As one of these representatives, you get to decide what issues are important to you and what you would like to focus on. You get to find these people and you get to take a big leadership role. So it is
Mm.
a really good opportunity for all these students. So what we're looking to do right now is really spread the message of AmDest and find these students that are passionate and willing to work on our cause.
So you mentioned Turning Point and Young Republicans. How are you different from them? That's what people are asking, I'm sure, because Turning Point has a big PR thing going on. They pull in a lot of donations. I mean, how are you different?
So what we've been saying is that Turning Point and Young Republicans, they seek to evangelize the conservative cause. They
Yeah,
want to bring people in.
yeah.
Turning Point will table and they'll say, "Hey, learn about conservatism. We want to educate." Turning Point has a big emphasis on education, and that's
Mm-hmm.
awesome. We
Mm-hmm.
need more people in our conservative movement, but what we do is we take those students who are already conservative and we bring them off the campus, and then we get them involved in the political and civic process.
Wow. So at the local level, um, how do the community? How does the community GOP structure? I assume you're getting in the GOP infrastructure, getting them involved there, or is it more? What is your target off campus?
Yeah, we're looking at all types of campaigns and
Mm-hmm.
contributions. So what we're going to do is we're going to identify campaigns that have our interests in mind and have our
Mm,
policy goals in mind, and then we will work to connect students with those. So
fantastic.
whether it's a local election or a statewide election or even a national election,
Wow.
that's what we're looking to do.
Your government doesn't care about you. That's why you need a medical emergency kit. It contains life-saving medications like ivermectin, Z-Pak, and antibiotics. Stock them before they block them.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Well, that's definitely needed. So, as a conservative woman, what does conservatism mean to a young woman at Wake Forest? I mean, what is that? Because I think the guys and the gals may have a different view of that or different priorities. What is it for you or for your colleagues or the people you meet?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think as a woman, the worst thing that happened to the liberal movement is that they tried to lie to us and they tried to
Yeah.
tell us that men and women are not different.
Yeah.
And they tried to tell us that men can be women and women can be men, but it's just not true. I think anyone knows at the fundamental level that men, first of all, don't understand women. Everyone knows that. Why
Sure.
is that? Because we're different.
Yeah.
It's so simple. So, as a woman, I've been told that I need to strive and aspire to be like a man and that
Mm-hmm.
my femininity is not strong and powerful. And I want to fight against that. And I think that's what is appealing to a lot of women in the conservative movement. It's okay to wear a dress as a girl. We can be girly and we can be strong and powerful and follow our passions.
I think that's probably attractive to the guys too, to be blunt. Well, that's fantastic. What does the future look like? What are your priorities right now? You may have already mentioned it, but I mean, what are you really focused on right now?
I think the biggest thing is recruiting people to the American Destiny cause and getting
Mm-hmm.
people involved. I mean, what we're looking to do in our organization is have a nationwide grassroots push to conservatism. And yes, we have these turning point chapters that are doing an amazing job at bringing conservative students in and changing their
Mm-hmm.
minds. But now we want to take the next step. We want to
Mm-hmm.
get them involved in politics. We want Gen Z to rise up and get involved in the civic process. And that's what we're looking to do, is to take these new conservative minds that have just been changed and get them off campus and get them involved.
Last question. What's the reaction at Wake Forest to what you're trying to do? I mean, from the administration on down, or the
From the
school.
administration,
Yeah.
I'd say our administration we're decently apolitical.
Mm.
Um, I know I run the Turning Point group on campus, and so we've been working with them to get pushed through with a charter status, and they've been very helpful.
Good. Okay.
So
How do
I
people?
think
Yeah. Go ahead.
universities are under a lot of pressure right now,
Yeah.
especially to help conservative groups on campus, because with the way the tide has been changing towards more conservative values, no one wants to look like the sore liberal here who doesn't want free speech. So I think everyone, at the very least, wants the appearance of fostering free speech environment on campus. So I think that's what I've been seeing.
Are you seeing that in the classroom? I mean, are you professors open to that? I mean, do they say, okay, here's DEI may have good or bad possibilities? I mean, what do you hear?
I think professors is different because it's on a very individual level.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I have liberal professors. I know that very clearly. I think it's up to me to discern between what is more liberal, their opinion, and what is actual course content. I mean, on the first day of class, one of my professors called Ben Shapiro a bigot. I was like, it's fine if that's fine if you think that, but I mean, I love the way he teaches history. So I think it's on my personal level just to discern between what is a more liberal opinion and what is the content of the course.
Wow, discernment is so key. That's awesome also to hear. How do people help you, Paige? Where do they go? What do they do? If you're somebody who wants to be involved at Wake Forest or any other school around the country.
So you can find our contact info at amdest.org. That's amdest.org. You can also email us at office@amdest.org, and you can reach out to me on my X account.
Paige, thanks so much for coming on. Really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Bye.